Next question about grocery stores. Some executives, including one of the top grocery stores owners, billionaires, threatening to shut down his supermarket in the city. John Catsimatidis, who runs Gristedes grocery chain, you're probably very familiar with him. He said this on election day, quote, "If the city of New York is going socialist, I will definitely close or sell or move or franchise the Gristedes locations." In order to run New York City successfully as mayor, do you not need the support of a billionaire businessman like John Catsimatidis?
I don't know if I need his support specifically, but I want to make clear that my vision for this city is a vision for every single New Yorker, including business leaders across the city. And the reason I say that is that my proposals, even the ones to increase the top corporate tax rate of New York to match that of New Jersey, are ones that would also benefit those business leaders. Because when I have conversations with them, what I also hear is the just how expensive this city is preventing them from attracting and retaining the talent they need to grow their business. And ultimately, I'm looking forward to having those meetings, having those sit downs to make clear why this vision would benefit all.
We went on your website and realized there's a policy proposal that says your plan, and I'm going to quote it for folks, is to shift the tax burden from overtaxed homeowners in the outer boroughs to more expensive homes in richer and whiter neighborhoods. Explain why you are bringing race into your tax proposal.
That is just a description of what we see right now. It's not driven by race. It's more of an assessment of what neighborhoods are being undertaxed versus overtaxed. We've seen time and again that this is a property tax system that is inequitable. It's one that actually Eric Adams ran on saying that he would change in the first 100 days. He's since sought to defend it and lost at every juncture in court.
And I understand you're saying we're simply describing the types of neighborhoods that would see these increase in taxes. And yet by invoking race, do you run the risk of potentially alienating key constituents?
I think I'm just naming things as they are. And ultimately, the thing that motivates me in this is to create a system of fairness. It is not to work backwards from a racial assessment of neighborhoods or our city. Rather, it's to ensure that we actually have an equal playing field. And right now, what we see with the property tax system is one that is overtaxing a number of New Yorkers and undertaxing others, and an inability of political will to resolve that.
So no plans to change that language on your website?
The focus here is to actually ensure a fair property tax system, and that the use of that language is just an assessment of the neighborhood.
All right. You are a self-described democratic socialist. Do you think that billionaires have a right to exist?
I don't think that we should have billionaires because, frankly, it is so much money in a moment of such inequality. And ultimately, what we need more of is equality across our city and across our state and across our country. And I look forward to work with everyone, including billionaires, to make a city that is fairer.
Next question.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
Hey, what's going on, family? This is Ty for No Picks Podcast.
What's good, fam? Joe, No Picks Podcast.
Hey, guys. Angie here.
Welcome back, Angie.
Yeah.
All right, so for anyone who doesn't know, this is Zohran Mamdani. We did a pilot before, but he won the recent Democratic primary for mayor of New York City, right? He beat Andrew Cuomo, among other people. So I wanted to let's get more into Zohran Mamdani. Last time it became a conversation about billionaires, right? Anyway, I want to pull up his actual proposals amongst other things and other videos that he's brought up, right? So, I mean that are viral when it comes to him, right? He's a big deal right now. Anyway, so my question to you, I'm gonna start with Joe, right? Because I'm assuming I don't know how much you know or how little you know about this guy, because I'll pull a couple things up or whatever, including his website, with his like, you know, his stances are. So my question to you is, what are your thoughts on this self-described democratic socialist, Zohran Mamdani, just in general, and then we can get more into specifics a little later.
Well, Bernie Sanders describes himself also as a democratic socialist. I support a lot of Bernie's policies, so I don't think I would feel any differently about, how do you pronounce his last name? Mamdani. Mamdani, just want to pronounce that. Now, I didn't follow his race closely. I know that a lot of my friends were like following it closely because it was New York and I was busy with other stuff. But I didn't. And the polls were saying he wasn't going to win, and somehow he pulled it out and he won. And New York spoke, so he's it. The label socialist never bothered me. I know it's been misused, it's been misinterpreted, it's been used as like a stigma or a way to kind of taint certain candidates. Doesn't work that way on me. I understand that socialism has its benefits. And I don't know. I think he handled that interview very well. Even when they tried to like bait him and try to turn it into a race thing, he's just like, listen, I'm not trying to make it a race thing. I'm just saying that these communities that are being undertaxed just happen to be predominantly white. That's just the assessment. Like that's just the fact. That's what we see. So I don't know, bro. I thought they were trying to bait him and get him to get in a gotcha moment. And he dodged those. So far, I think that this interview, he handled it well. That's all I can say. I don't know much about Brother though, but that's my initial statement.
All right, so I'll pull up more stuff, as we go further. So
Yeah.
same thing with you, Ange. What's your thoughts on Zohran Mamdani? Whatever you know about so far in general, like his stances and how he moves.
I mean, this is more. You show more than the last time. That's how it became like a billionaire conversation because it was just a snippet of him talking about how he felt about billionaires, which I agree with and further agree and support him more. Having seen more of the interview, I will mirror what Joe said. I don't know much about him, but I do like how he handled that question. I like how he stood 10 toes down on. He said what he said because it is what it is, and that's just what it is. So.
So for me, I'll say this: like, I'm open to what he's saying. I mean, I'm open to what he's saying. Let me say that I'm interested in what his policies, if he becomes, mayor of New York, will bring about. He's mentioned a couple interesting things. All we know, for the most part, as far as our way of life, is capitalism, right? We don't really know much else. We don't have anything else to base it off. And any instance that we can point to about, socialism or what's the other phrase? Communism. I mean, it hasn't had, successful results, right? But if he approaches it in a different way, like my point is, I guess what I'm saying is I'm open to, his philosophy and what he's saying. I don't want to really cast any dispersions on him right now, because if what he's saying, if he wins and he puts the things that he's saying into practice and they end up working, then I'm here for it. You feel what I'm saying? Like I'm not like, for me, it's just, they sound like pie in the sky shit. I'll pull up some things right now, right? But they sound like pie in the sky stuff. But if they end up working, then I'm supporting what seems to be working, right? So I'm gonna pull up another clip right now of another phrase that he mentioned that went viral, right? And I want y'all opinions on this one, right? All right. So
okay. And he is the mayor now of New York, right?
No, he's the Democratic. He's the Democratic nominee. So they still got to run in the general election against other Republicans.
But he's the one that's going to be running at the. Oh, I got you. So he's the candidate. Got you. So he has to beat the Republican candidate.
Yeah.
Got you. Right. Okay.
So this is the next phrase that when he went viral for.
Oftentimes, we've even found as legislators, when we go into these courts, the term violent crime is even used when people are stealing packages. Violent crime is even used when people are accused of burglary and there happens to be a housing unit in that same dwelling. So violence is an artificial construction. And we have to be very clear that what is happening here with these district attorneys, that is violence. That is violence at the highest degree. We have oftentimes...
All right. So, thoughts on his comments about violence being an artificial construct?
Well, I mean, it was a brief snippet, right? But I've said this before in previous videos, Ty. But when we use we use the term criminal loosely, right? When we talk about people who have been incarcerated, when we talk about a lot of brothers and sisters who look like us who are incarcerated, I hate when we toss around the word criminal loosely, because there are some things, like, first of all, this is a lot to unpack, right? But I remember there's one of my favorite Tupac bars that I always quote is, I never did a crime I didn't have to do, right? And he was just like, listen, if I didn't have to do this, I wouldn't be doing this, right? Like some people commit certain acts because it's like, it's either survival, it is what it is. I'm not justifying crime, you know what I mean? But I feel like it's used too loosely, where there's like people who are like petty drug offenders who got incarcerated and now they're criminals, but now we don't legalize it. And there are some states who are literally taxing it and making money off of it. Like, I don't know, man. I just feel like words like violence, criminal, things like that, people use it to their advantage, or they use it to like create bias. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, I'm not articulating it very well, But I think what he's trying to say is that they're saying that certain things are violent, but remember, they can just that changes on different contexts. They change that every time. I don't know. I kind of understood what he was saying. I'm sorry, I'm a little loopy. But I mean, that's it's interesting. I need to hear more. I feel like a 20-second sound clip is just hard because I feel like there was more to it. So I feel like I just need more context to really get what he was trying to say. Because I don't even know when he was referring to the lawyer. He said something about like the lawmakers here today. Something like I don't even know what he was referring to. You see what I'm saying? Like, so I just felt like it was a bigger idea in that context, but I just didn't get enough of it. So I don't know. But just for what it was there, Angie, what do you feel about that?
Yeah, I would agree. It was a very small clip of what the interview was about, and even that in and of itself, for that to be the title, someone could read that heading and then take it somewhere else. Like which kind of I think supports what Joe was just saying. What people do with certain words, right? Like, oh, he's making violence is a social construct. Like that statement in and of itself could be taken out of the context of what he's saying, and even in those 20 seconds. But I do get where he was going with it, and just like you said with the word criminal, like stealing a package off someone's step isn't a violent crime, in my opinion. So I do think that the term violent is used.
It's just weird.
Yeah,
it's weird. Like when people were on college campuses talking about I feel unsafe, when people were like using certain words or when they were feeling microaggressions, I'm just like, what are you talking about unsafe?
Yeah.
I come from North Philly. We're on a freaking country club in Southern California talking about you feel unsafe. That's why I'm like, what is making you feel in danger? Like your life is in danger. You know what I'm saying? Like words mean things. And so sometimes we take words and we switch them around or we change their meaning. And it's like, I don't like this language we're using right now or how we're using it. You know what I'm saying? So like violence is a social construct. I don't know. I got to hear more context to that. Like clearly there are things that are violent, but could you broaden that scope so that you could like over incarcerate certain groups of people? You could make it so that certain things expand. You could broaden that term and get people arrested for different charges if the government wanted to. You know what I mean? Like it's in the realm of possibility. So I don't know, bro. We need more. You gotta give us some more. You gotta feed us some more on that one because I don't want to assume what he was trying to say.
So this is another clip I'm gonna play. All right.
All right, but give us some more though. Like we need some meat.
The platform is that every single person should have housing, and I think faced with these two options, the system has hundreds of thousands of people unhoused, right? For what? And if there was any system that could guarantee each person housing, whether you call it the abolition of private property or you call it, just a statewide housing guarantee, it is preferable to what is going on right now. Mm-hmm. And I think that people try and play like gotcha games about these kinds of things. And it's like, look, I care more about whether somebody has a home. My platform.
All right. So thoughts on this, the idea that everyone should be guaranteed housing, and even if that means the abolition of private property.
Okay, well, I didn't hear him say that he stood for the abolition of private property, right? So I'm not even going to say that was his stance. That was just the quote that was on the clip. I need to hear him say that because it's the internet and it's social media, right? So I'm not going to touch that. I need to hear him say he supports that notion, right?
He said even if that means the abolition of private property. He said I want everyone to have housing, even if that means the abolition of private property.
All right, he said that. Okay,
yeah, I'll pull it back up. No, if you don't believe, listen. Don't listen to me. Listen, I'm not nobody.
So all right, so then, no, okay. I wanted to make sure because I read the caption. And I'm waiting for him to say like we should just abolish private property.
He's basically saying like I don't give a fuck what you call it. He's like I don't care what you call it. He mentioned it, the abolition of private property. He's like everybody should get housing no matter what, even if we have to get rid of private property. That's what he said. He said I don't care what you call it.
Well, what's the alternative, right? So let's talk about a society or a country. Let's talk about America hypothetically, where we abolish, I don't know, all private property, but let's just say land, homes, all that, give it back to the people. Nationalize all of it so that private corporations or companies can't own it, so that people aren't just like houses aren't being built to rent, which is what's happening now. Houses are unaffordable, where we have more people, we have more empty homes. We have so many empty homes in America that we could fill all the entire homeless population and still have homes left over, right? That it's crazy that we can actually have the infrastructure and the shelter to house people, and instead we have so many people in the streets because they can't afford to live in those houses, right? That's what we have now. So I think the problem now, Ty, is that there are these like different ideas coming up, but like what we have now is not working. So at this point, what we have now is not working. If you think the state of the American economy now is working, if you think how hard it is to live now as an American is working, you're delusional. Not you.
Okay.
I'm speaking generally, Ty.
I didn't take it.
What we have now is not working. So now we're hearing other alternatives because what we have now, so that you got to compare what his vision to what we have now. Because right now is crap in my opinion. You know what I mean? Like
what has worked? Like what's the blueprint that has
all
worked?
we've known so far? Well, the best years that we had were under which president? I'm pretty sure that was under I want to say Roosevelt. I want to say it was FDR. I want to say that he won so many elections that because of the fact that he was winning so much, they had to switch up the laws and make it so that the terms were shorter for presidents, so we could keep, because Republicans couldn't beat them. Democrats weren't losing elections at that time. Corporations were taxed at a ridiculously high rate, so high that all that money was actually going back into the country. America was thriving. Corporate tax rate was like over like 70%. We were thriving as a nation.
So
that period of time, I would say, was an ideal time for America. We were growing. We were prospering. The American dream was actually still a thing that was obtainable. Now it's not. I would go back to like FDR. That's when I think there was a time when things were working.
What about you, Ange? What's your thoughts on the idea of everybody being housed, even if that means the abolition of private property?
I'm sorry. My giggle is you totally disagreeing. Like I can.
I'm not.
I'm laughing because you're like F that. It's like no. I mean, what's not working is what's happening now. Yes, I agree, and I think that you have to be a certain kind of person, or your fundamentals have to sit a certain kind of way for you to care about that, right? For you to care enough that people are literally on the streets right now, like without a place to stay. And I don't think that it's okay. I don't think that I don't know those numbers, but if those numbers are correct, and I'm going to say that they are, because, I mean, why would you lie? But if they are correct, that there is enough housing in the United States to house every homeless person plus some is crazy. Okay. Now, what I'm not saying is, a person who's never worked and hasn't earned anything deserves to live in a house that's better than or more, you know what I mean? Because I know that's going to start to play a part. Like, so you're saying that the bum on the street deserves a 5-bedroom like house that's just sitting because it's empty. Because I know that's coming.
Listen, just make your argument. Don't try to counter mine before I comment. Like I didn't even make a comment yet.
But I agree.
You're trying to play chess with me. I didn't even say nothing. I didn't even say nothing yet.
Because I've been on this panel with you and your ideas long enough to know. But no, Angela thinks that everyone should have access to housing. Yes. Period.
Okay. I mean, listen, I can't disagree that that everyone should have access to housing. My issue is that how do you do that in a fair way that makes it feel that makes people feel like they weren't fucked?
But people already got fucked. But people are already fucked because of the way the system is now.
Okay, I didn't say nothing when y'all. I didn't say nothing when y'all spoke. I just shut.
Oh shit! No! Oh no!
I thought it was a real question.
Sorry. Oh yeah. No, my bad, Ty. You're right. You're right.
I didn't say nothing.
My bad. My bad, bro. Go in, bro. Go in.
My problem is, how do you, if I pay $300,000 for my house, and then you give a house to someone else that has nothing, then I feel like I got fucked. So that's an issue. Like, so I don't know if it's possible to bridge that gap, to be honest with you.
You sound like a hater.
I mean, you could call me that. Yeah, 100%. Like,
you sound like a hater. Just like you also said,
pay for a house.
You sound like a hater
for free.
That ain't got shit to do with you. That ain't got nothing to do with you.
Yo, I let y'all.
You sound like a hater.
Shit. Okay, you can call me a hater. That's cool. I genuinely don't care. However,
you got your home. What you worried about if I get one for free?
But if I had to work 80 hours a week for 3 fucking years and get overtime and make sure I stayed within my budget and make sure I didn't go on any vacations and make sure I didn't buy any new cars and make sure I didn't go on do X, Y, and Z, make sure I didn't get an OnlyFans subscription or a hand job from a hooker on the street. That's not fucking fair for the person who did that was able to accomplish
that's like
his goal.
that's like us being mad at the students at LaSalle now because they're on a Rosemont. They pay less than half what we did to get the same degree.
I mean, that's if I knew that, I would be upset and I would call LaSalle and be like, "Yo, y'all got to do something."
But that is the case, though.
Okay, if that's the case, then that's an issue. I have an issue with that. I don't want to pay. I don't want to pay $400,000 for something somebody got for $10,000. That shit ain't fair. That's not a fair deal. So no. So you can call me a hater. I'm cool with the characterization of a hater. I'm just like, listen, if I had to work a certain amount of hours, if I had to show a certain amount of discipline and do these things, it's not fair that the person that's next to me that's less fortunate could get it for free. Could just chill, smoke a blunt, and drink a 40. That's not fair. So I like.
That's not. I don't see most homeless people just smoking blunts and drinking 40s though.
I don't.
That's not the image that comes to mind when I think about homeless people. I think about veterans. I think about mental health issues. I think about people who had a cancer and couldn't afford the medical bills and went bankrupt and lost everything. That's what I think about when I think about homeless people, not people smoking blunts and drinking 40s.
So they already live in their parents' basement. They got shelter.
I'm just saying you have a certain image of homeless people already. I don't have that image.
I mean, I have an image that, you didn't do what you needed to do. Like, listen, life is tough.
But that's not everybody, though. That's not everybody, though.
Nothing is everybody.
I know, but you're also talking as if that's the majority. When I think of homeless people, I don't think of people just smoking blunts and drinking 40s, bro. I don't. That's not the image that comes to mind.
So you think the majority of homeless people are hardworking and they just are down in their luck? Do you know the biggest reason people go bankrupt and homeless in this country?
Do you know the biggest reason why? Medical bills. Medical exactly. Free Luigi.
It's
Medical
bad luck.
bills.
Bad luck.
Medical bills.
I'm sorry, listen, bad luck can hit me too, and I can be on the street.
Right. So okay, and that's true. And if you were on the street, I wouldn't be mad if somebody gave you a house. If you were homeless and someone gave you a home, I wouldn't be mad, even though my mortgage is ridiculous in my home. You see what I'm saying? That's my energy. I wouldn't be mad. I'd be happy for you. I would be happy for you that you got a home.
If we're going to play by certain rules, everybody has to play by these rules.
What rules, bro? They make up, the people with the money make the BS rules and they benefit from them. Why does it matter? Why does it matter?
If Mamdani get into power, then he's just giving out houses.
He's taking up rules. The rules we have now ain't working. Why does it matter? These rules don't mean shit anymore, bro.
So
what rules?
So they gave away houses in FDR's era, and everybody was happy.
No, but houses also didn't cost $400,000. The mortgages were over $2,000. The cost of living wasn't as high back then, bro. People could work one job while one parent stood at home and have benefits and have the American dream during that decade. That's not the case now.
In the home, there was less people in the workforce. There was a lot of things that contributed to that. So I don't think that because of all these things, everyone should get a free house while I have to work. If that's the case, then give me some free shit too. Then I'm cool with it.
Then what do you want out of it then? So that everybody can get a home. What do you want?
Give me some food stamps.
Okay, well then you can get some food. Let's think about the policy.
Okay, cool. Then if that's the case, then cool. Then I still want my money. Don't take none of my fucking money. I wanted some food stamps and I want another house. If you just giving out houses like fucking like goddamn Pokemon cards, then cool, give them out. I'll take it too.
I don't know, bro. I just think that I feel like you could make some policy where people could get these homes, and then those who already have it, give them some tax relief. Give them maybe reduce their property taxes. Maybe give them some loan forgiveness on their mortgages because people are gifting them that, subsidize that. We can. What I'm saying is we can have an alternative. I'm not going to just say no off rip. I'm going to be like, all right, let's come to a compromise. Let's give these people homes, right? Okay. And then for those who already have them and had to work for them, if they're still paying it off, guess what? That debt is removed. Okay. So I'm saying like it's a completely different system we're talking about now. I'm okay with that.
What I'm okay with that is doing like I got to do all the stuff because I'm more successful than you. That's unfair.
So you want all of your money back that you put into your house already?
Yeah, all of it. If I mean, listen. Within reason. I'm not like, but
what if you live in comfortably?
I don't care. I want to live more comfortably. I can never be too rich. I can never have too much money.
Yeah, I know this is a conservative thought process.
I want my chips with dip. Like, what the
I
fuck?
get it.
Like, I don't want.
I get it. I don't care, bro.
I want my lamb medium, nigga. Like, I
Listen,
don't want that shit.
I'm still paying my student loans. If some people get their loans forgiven, I don't care. I'm not gonna be like, well, what about my? I'm glad their loans got forgiven. I'm not gonna just look at it and be like, damn, why you gonna forgive their loans? What am I? I'm gonna be like, yo, thank God some people got some relief. I'm not gonna be on some hate shit like why they getting it for free? Like cool. What, bro?
You got your relief. Now what do I get? I want something too. You getting something?
I'm worried about you. You living good. You comfortable.
If everybody's sucking off the government tit, I want to suck on it too.
You comfortable? Fine, bro.
No,
then get some too.
I'm not comfortable enough. I want more.
Okay, well then get more, but don't hate on people who ain't got shit who's making a come up.
Let that be they come up. I want another come up.
Then make your come up then.
No,
do it.
No. I don't want. I'm not pulling up shit by my bootstrap. The government need to give me some money like they're giving these other motherfuckers.
It's like as soon as somebody else is getting something, then you're like, I want to get something. Like, how are you any different from the other people who's getting free shit when you want free shit too?
I don't want to be different. I want to be the fucking same. Just like we talked about on the podcast before.
You want to be the same? Oh, so you're a socialist. So you're a socialist, is what you say?
I got no issue with that. I got no issue with being a socialist, 100%. But just make sure it's fair, nigga. Like I want some shit too.
What we got now is not fair, and you never criticize it that way. So why does it matter to you now?
First of all, I don't think it's fair, because I don't think it's fair that people.
But you support it and you voted for this bullshit ass system. So how? I don't understand.
I just acknowledge that it exists. But if we're playing on the rules where everybody gets some shit from the government, give me
bro, fuck these rules. It's hard to have this conversation with the rules we have when the rules mean shit, bro. The billionaires run everything. That's why it's so hard to have some of these conversations, because like, what rules are you living by, bro? They have completely different rules that they live, and they control all of us. You have people buying up communities, bro. Bro.
I want some
Vanguard, BlackRock, all these Fortune 500 companies, they're literally buying blocks of communities. They're buying of houses that could have been to other people. Cool. And
I'm not a government. I'm not an entity. I'm not a corporation. However, if they giving out money, I want some fucking money too.
So you want free shit too?
I want some free shit too. Yeah. If
okay, brother, you can get free shit too, then, bro. I would love for you to get some free shit. I really would.
Then let's do it.
If you got some free shit and I didn't, I wouldn't be mad that you got it. I'd be happy for you.
Well, I'll be mad if you got it.
You see, that is the different energy.
I want free shit. If you get free shit, I want free shit. That's it.
I would be mad if you got it.
that's the page ties on, man.
Listen, everybody get free shit. I don't care if you make $30,000 a year or $300,000 a year. Give me some fucking stamps. I want some stamps. Like, give me. Anyway, let us know what y'all think, family.
They gonna chew me up in the comments. I know they are.
No, they gonna chew me up probably.
Yeah.
They gonna chew me up.
They gonna love y'all too.
They gonna hate me.
Like, comment, subscribe. Until next time.